Born in Flint, Michigan. I went to First Presbyterian Church in Flint, Michigan, from as early as I can remember till about late high school. Don't recall going to church much other than being a creaster in high school. Joined the military, and I was gone from the church for a long time. I got out of the military and went to college, and met a woman and fell in love and married her, and graduated college, went to my first job out of college, and that was a small airline in Maine. Finished that job, moved to New Hampshire. Moved from New Hampshire to Atlanta to work for Delta. That was the pinnacle of my career. While working for Delta, that's where alcoholism came in. I became a raging alcoholic. Also learned about pornography. I had already learned about it a long time ago, but that's when it became really a big thing in my life. So here I was living this dual life, working midnights, feeling just awful because I didn't sleep, drank alcohol to try to help myself sleep, and had a horrible relationship with my wife, so that's why pornography was an issue there. Got to a point in our marriage where she said, okay, you either fix all this stuff or we're done. And it was actually a yellow legal pad and all these things that were wrong with me. And I took it really seriously, not because I valued what she had to say, but because it was right. And I actually became saved because I went on something called the Walk to Emmaus. It was my first true, extended, face-to-face confrontation with Christ. I remember that night. I'll never forget that night. I was 38 years old, and it was this little bitty country chapel. There was all these guys in there, and I finally found Jesus. And it just kind of all came together that night. And I finally said, all right, I'm yours. Let's do this. That's when real life began, and that list that I was given started ticking them off one by one. Christ overcame alcoholism in me. I went cold turkey and just never touched a drop. I've been clean and sober for almost 17 years. I would say the same thing with pornography, been clean and sober from that addiction as well. I'm one of those that was baptized as an infant, so obviously I don't remember it at all. And I had struggled for the longest time. Every single time I saw someone at Southern Hills go up to that baptismal, it's just a really weird ball of emotions for me around baptism. Because when I was saved, I wanted to be baptized really bad. And the Methodist Church said, no, you cannot be rebaptized. And I was devastated at the time, but I thought I got over it, but I really didn't. And it was just kind of a spontaneous conversation. I asked Shannon, I said, what do you think about all this? And so he gave me the nutshell answer, what the Christian church believes. And he said, you can do what you want with that. That's your decision. And I said, you know what, the heck with this, let's just do it. And at that point, I'm done. I don't care anymore. I don't care about church tradition or what another man tries to tell me, because to the best of my knowledge, it doesn't say in the Bible, thou shalt only get baptized once. So we made the arrangements, and Shannon dunked me, and it was a cool day. It brought a lot of things together. Jesus to me is the guy that reached down into the mud and picked up this worthless piece of trash and said, I know everything that you've done, and I still love you. That is the most humbling thing to experience when you know what you've done. I know the lives that I've damaged. I know the people that don't know Christ because of me, my own two sons. I remember the look on my son's face when he was deeply ashamed of me when he saw me drunk. And Jesus says, I know all of that stuff about you, and you're still my son. And I want to hang out with you. I want to be with you. I want to talk with you. I want to sing with you. I just want to be with you. And nothing you have ever done, nothing you could ever say to me is ever going to change that. And when I finally believed the real truth of that, he became a living, breathing person. And I know Jesus is no longer a human being on earth anymore, but to me he is. He's with me every day. In the truck, when I'm riding along, when I'm with the guys at work that I struggle because they curse so much, he's the center of my life.